panel
I mean, all of us right now are in our homes. So where there was, control over at least the physical environment. And I think of even like financial institutions where trading happened on a trading floor, where there was some accountability or some, oversight, at least because you had to walk behind a computer or the other person's computer. And now we have almost a loss of control of the physical working environment of our employees.
If we couldn't have two people, it was documented. The chat services work great. The transcription services, excuse me, of a lot of the platforms will real time document it, and both employees, everybody in the meeting gets a copy of the transcription afterwards. Now, it's not 100% perfect. It helped, especially if we were dealing with a language barrier or someone needing an accommodation. It has been helpful for that. But just to have that has been a huge efficiency for us.
Because some companies, that's their preference, and they like to bring your own device policies. There needs to be a very good use agreement in place. Data retention policies only can keep data related to your specific role. Limitations on PII, HIPAA, really sensitive data, couldn't go on that personal device. And then I think a real concern would be monitoring. So, will employees consent to their personal device being monitored? If there's an investigation, will they consent to let you look at that device to see if maybe there's inappropriate activity? And I think it needs to be really clear with employees. You can conduct this type of business activity on a personal device. This type is absolutely prohibited. That we really need to understand that, and that needs to be outlined very well. And then I think you have a concern with bring your own device when the employee leaves the company, whether it's voluntarily, whether it's as a result of an investigation. What happens to that device and the data that's on it.
And so that's another thing that we've had to be mindful of and continue and increase our audits of, when people are working, right? And what projects are they working on? Because our number one product is our billable hour, right? And so if our billable hour isn't supported by documentation that's truthful and accurate, then that raises a lot of issues for us as a contractor that could, worst case scenario, debar us from doing work for the U.S. government. So, we want people to use these collaborative tools, but we want also to be mindful that, we're all human beings and not everybody is perfect. And therefore we need to make sure that we're engaged and we're monitoring, but we're not intrusive, right? But we're doing that balance where that, that trust is there. It's a one-time offer. But that we can be able to back up when we say to someone where we're doing some work that the work that we've done is the actual work that we're charging you for. And so, again, tools are great, but they're not 100%.